What's happening here?
What have you done?
It's so stupid.
It's great.
It is.
It's
Yeah.
great. I'll take that.
Click, click, moments freeze. Time captured in the breeze. The camera life.
That's so good.
Funny. Anyway, we're here.
Yeah, g'day everybody, and welcome to the Camera Life podcast. We are coming to you live from Bright in Victoria. We're here for BFOP, which is the Bright Festival of Photography. We're at our temporary Lucky Straps / the Camera Life headquarters, right in the heart of town. And we're coming to you live today. This is episode 123, we're pretty sure, of the Camera Life podcast, proudly brought to you by Lucky Straps. In case you hadn't seen enough Lucky Straps on the table before us, head to luckystraps.com and use code Greg for a healthy discount at the checkout. But let's get on with the show.
Yeah. Hey, if you're listening, what do we look like today? Because last night we were very pixelated.
Yeah.
If you're watching, listening, just tell us.
Yeah.
How do we look? And can you hear anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, is everything good?
Because we can hear things, but we don't know if you can hear anything.
Normally you guys are pixelated too. This is our second in person.
That's right.
We're normally looking at screens
we
of each
are.
other, which we can actually see and touch each other.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
There's no longing.
You're
in this
right.
episode.
Well, I think the thing that I'd like to say is just that these guys look way hotter in 3D than they do on the screen, which is amazing.
Thanks,
And
Dennis.
That, of course, is Dennis Smith, in case you're only watching or listening to audio, watching audio. Good to have you here, mate.
Oh man,
What a buzz.
Oh, it's so exciting. I mean, we've been up pretty early this morning, up at the HQ setting up, and last night, and having you guys here is just fantastic this year.
Yeah, we're pretty stoked.
Thank you.
Pretty stoked.
Yeah.
And, of course, we do have a live studio audience of one.
Of one. Yay.
Paul has joined us.
Where's my sound effects? They're gone.
Oh, no. There it is.
Yeah.
So this is a first for us. We're doing our first in-person with an in-person co-host, like guest co-host, plus with a live studio audience away from our usual studios.
Things are looking up for the camera.
We're
Maybe we'll start doing this
kicking
every week.
I mean, it would be cool. It would be very difficult to get everyone in one room regularly every week. I don't know how professional podcasts do it, but it's pretty fun.
Like, I think the thing that blows me away is seeing, like, it's pretty wild, the tech and the setup here. It's that's what blows me away. I could never do this.
I think
it would just be spaghetti everywhere.
Luckily, the days of me playing in bands and being a sound engineer, it would all just come rushing back to me.
Yeah.
And it was actually pretty straightforward to set up. The internet was the biggest issue so far.
Yeah.
Speaking of audio, there's a few people in the chat. Tim Siama says, there they are. John Pickett
Hey,
says,
Tim,
good
see you
morning. Rodney Nicholson, morning BFOP. Tony says, what the fuck, Justin is wearing white. Yeah, I know. It pops a little bit. Like, it's a bit different. Way better, apparently. Crisp. Rodney Nicholson says audio is fine, look fine, clear audio and picture. Okay, coming
All
to
right,
you.
we're good.
Awesome.
We're here.
Awesome.
We are good. So as I said at the top of the intro, we're in beautiful Bright. What is it? Central Victoria? Is it northern
Alpine.
Alpine Victoria. So
Alpine region.
Bright sits in the valley between three mountain ranges, and it's a beautiful spot. And we're very lucky to be here. It's great. And of course, we're here for the festival. The festival doesn't start today, but we got here yesterday, and we went out last night for a nice feed and a couple of drinks, which was pretty cool to catch up.
Yeah.
And And
Well,
here we are.
the festival doesn't start today, but there are a lucky busload of people going on a big crazy bus trip. Our one and only studio audience member, Paul, is on that bus. So jealous of that. So they'll be having a great day. It's kind of like a little bonus day for BFOppers. That was the hack, is to get here a day early and do that bus trip, I think.
I mean, it's wild. Those bus. I've not been on one, but I know where they go, and it's just remarkable.
Yeah.
I mean, this place is like a smorgasbord of awesome.
Yeah.
Anyone that got on that bus today was onto it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, very cool.
absolutely.
Indeed. So tomorrow, what's today? Thursday, yeah? Tomorrow's Friday. BFOP officially starts tomorrow. And we're going to be there. We will have a Lucky Straps sort of a stand set up. We're going to be selling some straps and some merch and hoodies and beanies and gloves. Oh, sorry, everyone. Did anyone hear anything I just said?
No, we can.
Apart from our live studio audience.
It's just I can't do this stuff when we're virtual. I'm like looking at it and I'm like, Greg, move your microphone closer. But I can just reach out here and do it. It's actually
Sorry,
great.
everyone. Well, no, it's because I caught up with Sam Olsen last week, and her and her mother have been watching. Obviously, Sam sees the show, but her mum's been watching the show. And her mum had a glass of wine at dinner, and she said, "Oh, by the way, you're too loud, and Justin's too quiet. You've got to change it."
Right, okay.
We'll look into it.
I'll get onto that.
Yeah.
Try and quieten Greg down a bit.
Are you got your second job at McDonald's drive-through later? Is that what's happening?
Look,
do too.
I feel a little bit like that. I drew the short straw on mics today because I didn't bring enough mic stands. We actually have an extra mic, but we don't have enough stands. So I'm hoping.
You didn't want to hold it, like.
No, it's a bit big for
Yeah, it's
that.
quite a big
It's a big mic. It's going to look a bit
weird.
silly to be holding it like a giant. Anyway, this is actually, it works okay. I think it sounds all right. It's not as good as those fancy
Sounds
ones.
great. You sound amazing.
Oh, thanks.
Very nice. Yes, indeed.
Greg Carrick says, "Yo, dudes, and there's a thing. It's a bit of a sausage fest." Hey.
We were talking about that last night.
Yeah.
Last night.
Look, we can't help that for some reason our podcast seems to attract men.
But we also said,
Can we clarify that statement a little bit, please?
if you've got some other people to suggest, let us know.
Not men.
Not men.
Men or not men?
No, anyone.
Anyone.
Anyone. That's right. We
Anyone
are
you want to
taking
see in the show.
suggestions for guests because it's what do you got guest booked till like
First week of Jan.
first week of Jan, but then after that we're wide open, so we need to.
But they will fill up fast because once I get back from BFOP, I'm going to start planning the first quarter of next year, and we'll get some amazing guests on, and we'll do a couple more panel spots where we talk about a particular topic with 4 or 5 of us, get a couple of co-hosts into experts in that field, and we'll get some conversation going. I feel like I'm a sports presenter because I keep looking over at my my ex-athletes.
I'm kind of.
And you look like you need the big windshield on your mic.
Yeah, look a bit more professional.
Wow, that won't help much.
Okay, this is quite surreal. I'm just sitting here going, I'm actually sitting here. I feel like I have in some science fiction show where I've like popped into the screen. It's quite amazing, and I get to talk.
Say whatever you want.
What was the kid off Charlie and the Chocolate Factory that wanted to be on television? Mike TV.
That's it. Yeah. Well, because I'm always on the chat, like sitting there typing as fast as I can, trying to do stuff, and now I can just do it live.
Yeah, that's right. You can just say your comments.
LOL.
Greg's stupid.
Kangaroo emoji.
Good morning, Nick Sage. And Elena says this is your captain speaking. I'm assuming that's what. Is this like a captain speaking kind of a thing? I don't know. Oh, yeah, like a plane. Yeah, I'm flying a plane.
Yeah. Okay.
I have a question, Dennis. How much camera gear do you bring to BFOP?
And
lighting.
So I'll tell you, it's a good question actually. So I have a pretty big vehicle in the back, and this year is the first year I've ever packed my gear, and I'm sitting in the car, I can see out the back of the car.
Oh.
So this year I traveled really light, but I'll give you an idea. So I bring, because I do workshops, I don't actually shoot during my own workshops. That I'm really fanatical about that. I'm just want to be 100% focused on the people that are there. So I bring maybe 5 or 6 cameras with me, and that is a bit about what I do on the way here and on the way home. So I always stop somewhere amazing and make some images, and then shoot a bit of promo stuff when I'm up here, so that next year when I'm putting something together. But I do bring a lot of light. So my workshop on Saturday night is in the forest, so I will be putting 5 or 6 lights high on light stands to introduce some light into the trees because the moon is not quite right. And then tomorrow night I'm going in the river.
You're brave.
So I had to bring some pretty special light painting tools for that. But yeah, I'm traveling light this year. Traveling light, which is amazing.
Traveling light.
Yeah, traveling. and the other thing that happens as well here is for some strange reason, some of the camera companies that come, they're like, "Hey, Den, take this out and have a play with this." And
really?
So I tend to. I went home with a GFX last year and a couple of lenses, which was nice. Yeah. But no, I'm traveling light this year. See what I did?
Yeah, keep doing it. That's great.
So you got some waders to go into the river?
Well, it's funny. So we went down last night, and apparently this was a bit weak, but I put my arm into the water just sort of test it, and weirdly it was kind of warm, and it was warm last night, and it'll be the same tomorrow night. So I've got a wetsuit, booties, gloves. So I'm ready. It's going to be wild going in the water.
Yeah,
Is someone taking behind the scenes shots of you getting into your wetsuit? Because
Well,
I would like to do that.
okay,
Maybe
true.
I might shoot it in like 200 frames a second slow-mo video, you
a true
getting into the
story.
wetsuit.
It's a true story. My wife has a video she shot on her phone of me getting into my wetsuit down at the beach one night, and she threatens me with that regularly.
Release the footage.
Yeah. But no, and so the idea with the water is that people are going to be walking around town, and they'll be able to stop these different stations, and they'll be able to stop, set up their cameras on a tripod, point it at me in the river, and there'll be someone there telling them how to do the settings. And as I'm light painting in the water, they'll be getting shots on their camera. That's
That's
and
sweet.
we'll be tethered to a big screen, so people walking past can. It's completely wild. Just
That's
crazy.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and for people that don't, but what the hell is he talking about? So I do light painting, which is basically with a coloured tool, moving it through an exposure to create shapes with light. And when you take that into the water, the idea was I wanted, when you're moving the tool out of the water is spraying off the light painting tool, but it's illuminating the water, and you get these wild sort of splashes of water coming off the end of the tool, and it looks wild.
So how deep will you be?
I will be on my knees, which is a place I'm very familiar with, and the water will be kind of up to my chest.
Okay,
that's the optimum depth.
Yeah, which is a fair way in.
Well, when I'm in the ocean doing it, I'm on my knees, and then I have generally 2 or 3 tripods in the water with the heads. The heads are the optimum height is about 100 mil off the surface of the water sitting there.
To get that
Yeah, that's
nice.
it. Yeah, and get the wild reflections. But down there we'll have it on the edge, and it's. I'm not quite sure, to be honest. We're going to be winging it a bit, but
Sounds good.
You'll
Sounds
make
good.
it work.
and apparently it's melt water. So apparently putting my arm in the water was a comically stupid way to test the temperature. It's going to be freezing.
Yeah, I think you have to dip like a nipple in or something if
think
you really want to,
Yeah.
know for sure.
Dipple?
And someone should film that as well. Absolutely.
How meta is this? We're getting comments from the live studio audience.
Whoa.
Paul says camera gear at BFOP is determined by the capacity of the car. Hashtag live studio audience. It also says, unfortunately, a poor booking strategy resulted in me missing the nighttime light painting workshop. Oh, curse
Look,
it.
Paul, we had a bit of an issue. So I normally do Friday and Saturday night workshops, but I was desperate to be involved in a shenanigans. I think 8 years I've been doing BFOP. I've never been at one shenanigans ever. So
Are you going to be?
only Friday night. Saturday night, we'll be in the forest while that's going on. Yeah, but that's cool. I'm.
Is there... hang on. First, let me bring this comment up so that it's not a sausage fest anymore. Hey, Lucinda. It is great to have you here. It's you and Yelena holding up the fort for everybody else.
Represent.
We appreciate it. And John Pickett wanted me to turn up Dennis a bit, and he says, cheers. So I hope... Is it Dennis sounding better now? Are we good?
Yeah, let us know.
When could Jim see you? Jim has to leave on Friday at like 8:30. No, it's flexible. But are there any other times on Friday that you're running workshops, or are you only doing you're doing the?
No, so my this BFOP, these are the things I'm doing. We're doing the world record attempt tomorrow on the main stage, which is I've just been down there sort of lining up a spot. It's going to be perfect, just quietly. Then Friday night in the water, we're starting at about 8. So if you saw that, then I'm doing Saturday, then Saturday morning at the courthouse. But yeah, all my workshops are like book solid, but just quietly, you can
I'll
be not going to be here.
Oh, we've got
You're not gonna be
access
here.
all areas, so
Yeah. Media.
backstage passes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like,
That's it. That's all you need.
it's like the Wayne's World thing where they're like,
We did it.
backstage passes.
Paul's comment is interesting because every year, you sort of the morning after you bump into people and they're like, "Oh my god, I missed out on a workshop." And I had this idea that I didn't quite do this year, but maybe next year, is to do non-stop back-to-back workshops from sundown to sunrise. And so people that come up to you and they go, "Oh, I missed out. I'm so gutted." It's like, well, here's your challenge. If you can turn up at 4 o'clock in the morning up in the forest, you get a workshop. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
So I figured then I'd be able to do workshops with 400 people.
And then sleep all day like a vampire.
No.
Oh, no.
No, sleep. One of the things about being a light painter is you need to be genetically gifted and that you can live on an hour and 20 minutes sleep.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's why I don't do it. I think that, and I also don't know how to do it really. Okay, cool. So you brought lots of stuff, not as much as usual, but lots of stuff.
Yeah.
I want to know from everybody. Are there any things that you want to play with on camera stands? Is there any lenses or camera bodies that you want to get your hands on?
Can I go?
Yeah.
I'll go.
Only if you bring this close to your
Sorry.
mouth.
Thanks, Dad.
It's like you're sliding further and further back.
Well, because I'm trying to see everybody because we're doing the whole sports presenter desk thing.
Let me scoot
You've got
back
a
bit.
big arm, you can pull it.
Yeah, thanks, mate. I thought you... No, don't worry. So what was the question?
What, is there any you want to? And obviously you're going to just say Fujifilm, but are there any on any of the camera stands that are going? Let's just go through. So who's going to be there? There's going to be Nikon, the OGs.
Yep.
They started this gangster stuff.
They did.
I was going to, the song. Canon, obviously. Leica this year, first time ever.
It's really exciting.
I've got a few things on my list there. Actually, I need to check your aperturing. Yeah, there's something wrong with mine. Damn it. It's really tight.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's got
Oh,
problems.
you've got a whole list of grievances for
I
default, haven't
know.
you?
Did you
Canon
take it
and-
swimming or anything?
No,
pool?
I did not. So Nikon, Canon, Leica, obviously Fujifilm. There's OM System.
Yep.
Yep, definitely.
Wow.
Yep.
Tamron?
Well, are there any other camera brands for this? I'm just.
Oh, for...
who am I forgetting? Anyone? Sony. Sony.
Irony there is
I legitimately forgot them. Sorry, Sony. Okay, and Sony. And then, Tamron will be there.
Yep.
And other lens players like Lauer and stuff like that. You go first, Greg. What is there any toys you want to play with?
Not cameras, because I just got the latest Fujifilm, the XE5, as we all know.
What was that one?
XE5.
Fuji, was it?
Fuji.
Yeah, it was a
Oh,
Fuji.
yeah.
Is it a Fuji?
Just trying to get your money up, Greg.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Fuji,
Never
Fuji,
mentioned.
Fuji.
Yeah.
I'm not really keen on a new camera body. I'm absolutely in love with the XE5. I wouldn't mind just trying a couple of different lenses. Maybe get something telephoto just to have a crack.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've only ever had telephoto lenses when I've reviewed them.
Yeah.
So I get a 2-week period. I go out and play with them for a week and a half, and then I write it up. But,
Okay.
that hasn't happened for a while. I wouldn't mind trying something like 50 to 140 f2. Oh, no, 2.8. Yeah.
Did you say, do they have a longer macro that you could try? Because you've been macroing like crazy.
I have been macroing. I was out macroing yesterday while you boys were riding down a mountain at 100 miles an hour.
We did.
Yeah, you
Not
did.
that fast, but
We went for a little mountain bike
felt
ride.
like
and
that.
It was pretty fun.
So yeah, I think like a telephoto lens. I'd be keen to see if they have the new 27 pancake lens. I wouldn't mind having a crack with that, just for fun. I've already got a 27, but this one's even smaller. So yeah. What about
Paul, studio audience, would like to take a close look at the 15 to 35 and 21.4 this year. Well, there's the 20 and the 15 to... grab it. Go for it. The
That's a
15 to
nice-looking lens.
35 is somewhere.
Isn't that what's on the camera?
Hang on.
No. While he's doing that, so for me, it's I don't get a lot of chance to actually pick them up and go for a walk, but something that is amazing, and I don't think people get when they come, especially if they're attendees, is you can literally walk up to any of the camera manufacturers and they will hand to you any gear that you want to try. And it's not to sort of put on your camera and point out the door. You can go for a walk, go for a wander around town. I think there are some, depending on who and what gear, you can literally take it away for a workshop. And it's an opportunity to there's a lot of Olympus Micro Four Third shooters here, and you can put that 1000mm lens they have on your camera and go for a walk. It's a real buzz to be able to play with anything. I took a GFX home last year. Not that you can take gear home, but for me,
Don't take gear home.
He promised to bring it back this year.
Look, if I had one thing I'd want to take away, I'm not sure if it's going to be here. Because I have an EM1X Olympus. That is my walk around camera for long lenses, and Olympus OEM systems have a new 50 to 200, which is like a 800mm equivalent, 2.8 all the way, and that thing, it looks wild. So that if they have one here. But I would love if you put a camera in my hand to go out and really play with it, would be the SL Leica.
Same.
I'd really like to play.
Yeah.
There was a guy in Dubai. I was at the Porsche thing in Dubai last year, and amongst the 963 teenagers walking around with gimbals, there was a grey-haired German guy, and he had an SL, and I got to have a bit of a look through that and a hold of it. And I think when you pick up something like that, or a Blad, or one of those things, you come to the realization that these things are about design, and there's something nice. It's like going for a test drive in a Bentley or something. You know you're never going to have one. You know you probably can't afford one, but going for a drive is nice.
And they're probably not the best car for whatever it is that you need as well. You're like, oh, Bentley's nice, but I actually just need like a dual cab ute that can tow stuff. But the Bentley's really nice.
Well, the other, and this is really important thing this is something really important to mention actually, for humans, but if you're coming to Bright, is just always remember that it doesn't matter if you have a Canon over your shoulder or a Fuji or whatever, no one cares. You can walk up to another camera manufacturer and look at their gear and play with their gear. There is no camera brand loyalty at BFOP.
It's almost the opposite. The camera brands take it as a personal challenge to try and convert you. So just be careful.
You're a potential customer.
They're
you
like,
my stuff more, you might buy it.
Okay. Well, once we talk about what we want to look at, that's the other question I want to ask. Is the old switcheroo question. What do you want to look at, Jim?
I do want to test a 7200 Z mount.
Yeah.
I haven't had a 7200 for a little while, and haven't shot with one for a while. Even before that, I didn't use my old one much. And I do want to try a 26 and a 28 mil, because I've got a 28 1.4
prime.
Yeah, which is the S mount, which is a beautiful lens.
The old mount.
Justin used it a lot.
It's one of the best lenses I've ever used.
Yeah, but
it's so nice.
It's big, and like the 28, it's pancake.
It's big, and because you put it on the adapter, it's front heavy. Like the whole camera feels front heavy, because you're like taking this big prime lens and sticking it on the adapter on the Z8.
It still works.
That feels all right though.
Yeah, it is.
You're stronger than we are. You got bigger muscles.
It's not a problem though.
Well, thank you.
I shoot with the 50-1.2 all the time, which is a big lens. So this
That
doesn't
is a big
feel
lens, yeah.
It doesn't feel wrong, but
well, this is the other thing is you can I think cars and cameras are a really great analogy, right? And if you're a Nikon shooter or whatever, being able to put like a lens that is out of your a price range and go and have a play, there's something magical about that. And you can, even though you might never own a $5,000 lens, you get to feel what it looks like, and you get
to trust.
And
it's an experience.
And there's no like it's not like going to actually test drive a Bentley where they're like, oh, like how serious are you about actually like they don't make you feel do you actually want to buy this, or do you just want to play with it? There's not even that conversation happens. All they do is try and tell you how great the lens is and then send you off into the world to play with it.
I'll talk to the elephant in the room, right?
That's not nice. Paul's just there.
So it's a real buzz. It's a real buzz that Leica are here this year. Okay, I bumped into the Leica guy who's actually going to be here. I was at an event that he was at the other day at a camera expo, and we were chatting about it. And he was, what do you think? And I'm like, mate, you and this brand fit BFOP perfectly for a whole lot of different reasons. But I think it's the same idea that if you're someone that thinks of Leica as being this kind of unachievable brand or product that is there's all sorts of associations. It's like Canon, right? Like we think of Canon shooters as a certain way, and Leica is kind of the same. And I said to him, and I say to anyone that's here, is don't balk about walking up to the Leica stand and picking up a camera and looking at what you get for your money, because not only are they actually quite sensibly priced for what they are, and I'll talk to that as much.
Hang on, I need an appropriate sound effect for that.
Oh, God, please, no!
That's not quite right, but that'll do.
That's when you get the bank statement afterwards.
I mean, look, I see what you're saying, but they are pricey.
They are, but you walk up to the Fuji stand and price up a GFX with a serious bit of glass. You go to the Canon stand and price up. They're all of the top end of those brands are in a similar price point, right? They are fit for purpose. They are pricey, but whatever.
Okay,
But how
what I'm
not?
saying.
If you're here, walk up to the stand, have a hold, have a feel, go and make some images.
Some people might have never picked up a Leica.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And it is a sensory experience because the way they're built, they're so perfectly engineered and they're just solid.
I'll give you an idea, right? So the Nikon, I think it's the Z9 is their top thing,
flagship,
right? Like 2 or 3 beef-ops ago, I ended up in the snow with a guy who's a Nikon legend, and he said we were doing some stuff, and he put the Z9 with a 7200 in my hand and said, "Oh, have you shot one of these before?" And when I held it, it was like picking up a sledgehammer, right, in my hand. But after about 2 minutes, I was like, "Wow, I get it." Right. And then I started shooting with it and feeling it, and I go, right, this is a guy that goes into high altitude mountain climbing, shooting in snowstorms and ice, and this literally he has photos of like ice on the camera. That's why they're built like that. So everything has a purpose, and if any particular camera doesn't fit your mold of what the perfect camera is, it's not the right camera for you. There we go. That's cool. I'll leave that there. I think it's beautiful, and all cameras are great.
Yes.
Now, Justin, last year you were very fortunate. You borrowed was it a pre-production
No, it was
or a production R1?
I think it was a production R1. I think it had
Has it
just
only
come
just
out.
been announced?
Yeah, it was just out, and they had one sitting on the stand, and I got chatting to him. I was like, no, look, I don't need to borrow this. Like, I've got an R3, and I probably won't get the R1, and there'll be someone else that wants to play with it. And the dude was like, no, just take it. I'm like, no, someone might want to use it. It's there's a lot of people here. He's like, take it. I'm like, all right, see ya. And so I took it.
Is the idea that we're going to swap out at some point?
No.
No.
He's already got a bus trip to go to.
He's just
Oh,
hanging out.
amazing.
Yeah,
Oh,
Paul's just
wicked.
hanging out.
Just popped in to be our
nice.
first ever live studio audience.
I was going to give you a hoodie for doing that, but you're already
Actually,
wearing one. So.
Last month.
Oh, you did too. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Hey, well, here's the thing. So I'm normally sitting to one blasting that chat. Has anyone, I don't want to assume anything at all, but has anyone got any questions about BFOP that someone who's been coming since the beginning might want to answer? Just don't hesitate to pop it in the chat.
Yeah, it's a good question.
Ask us questions. I mean, you could ask us on the live call-in, but I have no idea if there's enough service in Bright to get the calls. There's something weird going on with the phone, but
It might work now that we're not trying to hotspot.
it
'Cause
could,
now we're
yeah.
going to start linking.
So you can always try that. You can try calling the number 0485 512370, or just throw it in the chat. Speaking of the chat, the Drunk Wedding Photographer's here for a long time no see. Moshi.
How have you
Finally able to
been? Where
catch
have
a
you
live.
been?
Yeah, where have you been? What have you been up to? Tim Siamas selling my 28mm 2.8 Jim. Just saying. Just saying.
All right.
Robert Varner says, camera emoji, camera emoji, camera emoji, camera emoji, camera emoji. Everything is out of my price range.
Yeah.
And so what are you interested in picking up? I can touch you. That's
Yeah, I know. Hey,
it is real. It is real,
it is
everybody.
real.
It's not glued on.
Small. I'm going to shave this off today.
Yeah, I think you should.
It's annoying me. It gets itchy. Before I answer that, Simon Pollock wants to know, does BFOP have good coffee?
Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah, the bro is here. He's
Bro
from
Jangles,
my homeland.
Bro
He's a
Jangles?
Kiwi boy, yeah,
Yeah.
and he makes great coffee, and he's fast. So
And he's
you're not
a really
standing.
nice guy.
Lovely guy.
Yeah, really cool. Yeah, so there is good coffee to be had.
Yeah.
This morning's the one I made the boys bacon and eggs on toast for breakfast because that's my favourite thing to cook. I did, and I got a shit coffee in return. So
Oh,
I made that with the pod machine with love.
just joking.
I've just had an epiphany.
Yes.
An idea that I want to say.
Go for it.
We're always so quick to sit here and talk about like gear and high end gear, and this new thing and that new thing. As an instructor here at BFOP, and if you sat the other 30 instructors in this room with me, I'm sure they would all nod their head and agree. This is so unbelievably important. If you roll up to a workshop that I run or any instructor here runs, it literally does not matter what brand or quality or style of camera you have, we will take that and show you how to make a great image with that camera. Because I promise you, and I have had this over the years, this has happened to me so many times, the person that rolls up with a $15,000 Hasselblad and the person that rolls up with a $200, basic camera, more often than not, the great image comes off the cheap one, right? Because they embrace, I think that's my point, is it doesn't matter what camera you have. If you roll up to a workshop here or with any great workshop instructor, we don't even look. I literally do not care. Yeah. I'm in your eyes. I'm looking at your eyes. I'm feeling your heart. I'm feeling what energy is coming out of you and what your wants and desires are for your photography. And I show you how to use your tool that you have so that when you look at the back of the camera, you have the goosebumps that are on my arm.
Look at that. How'd you do that?
Oh my God!
He talked himself up.
I think it's not just me. Like I promise you that you only make it to BFOP. You only make it back a second time if that is your attitude to teaching photography, right? Because if you come and you don't come back. But yeah, that's really important for people to understand, not just at BFOP, but in photography life. Like it doesn't. I did an experiment recently. My very first camera was a Canon 450D with a plastic 50mm lens. That camera literally saved my.
Got one too, yeah.
That camera
sold a lot of those.
That camera literally saved my life, right? And I pulled it off the shelf the other day and put a battery in it, and it turned on. I went to the beach and I made some light paintings with it, and it was unimaginable feeling of joy, pain, love oozed out of me while using that camera. And I checked, you can buy them on eBay for like $30. It's crazy.
They'll become popular soon though, and the price will skyrocket. Yeah, they'll be retro. All the kids will want one.
Buy now like 10 of them.
Yeah, just imagine that. Like if DSLR twin lens kits become like the retro camera to have with the pop-up flash, and you take photos of your friends at a party with the pop-up flash and twin lens kit in a little bag. And that's the cool thing. Yeah, it could happen.
I reckon.
But yeah, anyway, I think that was.
What did you want to borrow at BFOP?
Nothing now. I just want to hug Dennis. That's it.
There you go.
That's all I need. I don't need a Leica. Ugh. Actually, no, I don't. I do. First of all, Dennis the poet. Robert Varner says there's medication for goosebumps. I don't know if there is.
It might be the medication that's doing it. I'm on a cocktail. It's fine. Yeah.
Neil Leach, as a non-photographer, I appreciate the great artistry of the images you produce. Will there be an opportunity for a ticket to BFOP for non-photographers in the future? I mean, that's a good question for Matt and Nick, the people that are in charge. But if it was up to me, sure. No, I think they did talk about the potential in the future of expanding that for the social events, but it's a capacity issue currently. And they're like, because then if they get an extra 30% of people bringing their partners or something for the social events, that would blow the capacity out for the current venue.
So I'll give you an idea. So we've been up there this morning. We kind of started loading into the hall this morning, and in the next few hours, we start putting the chairs out. The hall is full.
Yeah.
It is crazy how tight it is. And it's the biggest venue in Bright.
Hang on, it's already full?
It's chock-a-block.
We haven't loaded in yet.
We haven't even got there yet.
No, you know what I mean? No,
I'm like, oh no, we bought all this stuff.
Capacity-wise. And we were down having dinner last night at the brewery, and we were reminiscing how the first couple of BFOPs. I was looking at photos the other day of the photo I took from the back of the little marquee, looking at the stage going, oh my God, this is the biggest thing ever. I can't believe I'm a part of this. And we were looking at it last night, like literally giggling at how comically small it was compared to now. So the only way that capacity would increase, I'm sure, is to get a wild marquee. And that just changes the price point. It changes the dynamic.
And it splits the
feel
group too.
as well.
Yeah.
The thing with BFOP now, I don't know for sure, but I'm sure the guys would appreciate this sentiment. There is an energy that exists at this festival that is quite difficult to describe, and it comes from the organisers, the sponsors, the brands, the visitors, and that energy. It has been exactly the same since the beginning. What I know the guys want to try and do is maintain that feeling. And I think there becomes a point where it's too hard for them.
I think the bigger you get, the harder that gets.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
That's true.
And I think if anything, they could look at doing, we had BFOP Day for the Camera House 40th, and we'll talk a bit more about Camera House in a moment because they're offering some amazing discounts. I think you go too big and it becomes less personal. But I agree with you about the energy. Last year, I certainly caught it very quickly, and then so did Justin. And we've been planning this for a year. That's how excited we've been. Like we've been thinking about it since we left the last time. Driving home this time last year, we were making plans for this year.
That's right.
Because we were so engaged and excited, and we could see the potential both creatively and for the brand. And we could do the podcast there. And all of a sudden, we're making these plans, and we've set up a temporary studio at a bloody Airbnb.
Now we're here, literally doing it.
And now I've got goosebumps.
Yeah.
Look, they're going out. It is phenomenal. It's an amazing experience, and I feel really privileged. There is a privilege.
Yeah, I've without sounding a complete wanker, last year's a good example. Like I did a couple of laps of the world doing some quite extraordinary photography experiences, yet at the peak of the mountain is this week at BFOP. It's my tribe, it's my connection, the 500 people that come here to learn and connect. And it's not just that there's this other thing that happens where it's not just about when you're standing behind a tripod, when you're walking around HQ or in the street and you get to stop, pause, connect with people. That energy between us exists. It's those moments that really are beautiful for everyone.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah.
Agree. Very cool. Did we want to talk about Camera House and what the discounts go? There are discounts. We haven't been able to see them yet.
We don't know what they are. I don't know if we're allowed to talk about them either. I think they're secret squirrel kind of stuff. We might see if we can get on tomorrow morning shows. Oh, Paul's got them.
We'll edit
but
this
I don't
out.
know. I don't know if we're supposed to. I'll find out. We'll talk about them on tomorrow's show.
We'll park that for now,
we might
folks.
even be able to get a Camera House representative to pop on the show for 10 minutes and just tell us what's happening if they're public
call
deals.
in.
Yeah, call in, exactly. What I did want to talk about was the gear that I want to play with.
I only asked you three times.
So SL series Leica, because it's something that I always end up coming back and looking at, and then my logical side of my brain says it's not as good as other full frame camera systems. The lenses might be better, but they're also really heavy. But the autofocus won't be as good, and it's essentially like you kind of that's what the fight that goes on in here is like, wow, these look amazing. You don't buy one, and that's an M series Leica. I haven't actually had a chance to shoot with one for more than 5 seconds in a Leica store. I'd love to, if they let me walk around with one even for half an hour, just to like experience. Like I've rangefinder focused on my Q3, but it's not the same. I want to, although it's weird, they're bringing out the EVF M series.
According to
The
rumors.
rumors. I mean, I don't know anything real, but the rumor is they're bringing out an EVF M series Leica, which will essentially be a Q, a manual focus Q with interchangeable M lenses. Wow. It's sort of like, have you heard that rumor?
No.
Yeah.
So that's the rumor. No optical viewfinder, just an EVF on
so,
an M.
So on the front of it, there's no pass-through window. Like it's just
Rumor.
Yeah. Oh, that's the mock-up. we
But it's
saw.
we've seen a mock-up of someone, but the solid rumor is it's going to look, the body will look closer to a Q than an M because obviously an M has the optical viewfinder and stuff. So
It would be, the form factor would be, a bit bigger as well.
yeah.
See how I put my lucky strap on?
Wouldn't it be on all the time?
is that a lucky
Oh, you
strap?
mean
I
as
don't
in
know
how
how I
you
mount
do
it.
it?
Yeah,
that's,
because
that's how pros do it.
Yeah, I can't, coming out of here, it's just
It
weird.
pisses me off too.
Yeah, like that's how you want to hold.
Yeah, so on the base of the, for anyone wondering at home, if you attach it to a tripod plate or something on the base, it actually works also especially well with heavier lenses. So if you've got a long, like a telephoto lens or something like that, it allows the body and the lens to just hang straight down instead of kind of sticking out and doing these ones when you walk around. So it's the pro move from Pro.
Well, thank you very much.
What else do I want to play with? From Canon, I would like to play with, I mean, I've got most of it.
A 100
So I'm just
a
thinking
100 to
that's-
500.
Yeah, I've played with a 100 to 500. If they've got a 100 to 300 2.8, I'd probably fiddle with that and then not bring it back.
Yeah.
Borrow it for next week.
Yeah, borrow it for next week maybe. Or any other long lenses that they've got. I'm trying to think if there's any shorter lenses that I haven't had a decent play with. 135 1.8 actually. Yeah.
Could be too long.
For what?
I'll be curious if Sony have any gear on their stand this year for people
What?
to try.
What, did they have gear last year?
All I ever saw was an empty stand. with
It
a
was
black
it was a white bit of plastic.
Oh, so they didn't even have loan gear. I thought they had
that I
loan gear,
saw.
but they just weren't around because they were running workshops too or something. I think they were understaffed or something like
It'd
that.
be amazing if they had some gear this year. It would
big
be
setup.
incredible. Yeah, it'd be good because that I think there's a lot of people would love to have a crack at that.
There's a ton
I
of
think
some-
from memory, either Matt or Nick said, I don't know if it was live on a show or behind the scenes, that they'd sort of put a bit of pressure on Sony to
Yeah, bring it.
bring it in
Bring
line,
it.
bring
Bring
it in
it.
line with everyone else.
Yeah.
Yes, step up.
It'd be great
Even
if
if they don't want to give loan gear, at least have product for people to pick up and
pick and hold.
and understand because you know it's important.
So as a Canon shooter, it must be. So last year was the first year Canon were here, and it was a real buzz because they, there's this Julie and Nikon have like you say, the OG, like and just like
Bring it.
wild. And for me as an ex-Canon guy, I was like, I hope they bring it properly. And
They brought it.
whoa, it was amazing.
I think if
so good.
if Julie has a worthy foe, it's Jen from Canon, because Jen brought the energy. Like she
well,
was,
they're very-
and then their whole team was here to
was-
they brought a ton of gear, and they just went for it. And
So they're doing sensor cleans and
yeah.
they had a tech here, which was
diagnosing
so
problems
good.
Yeah,
and stuff.
which I don't know if they're doing this year, which is unfortunate because I've been procrastinating getting my sensors cleaned, and I was like, perfect, I'll get it done at BFOP. And then I heard maybe they don't have sensor cleans this year, so maybe I'll just make Jen do it. She might, she probably won't.
I'll do it.
How hard can it be?
I don't know. I've never done it. I do it to the point of like a rocket blower and stuff, but I don't do a wet. I never do a wet clean. And then
Just getting some feedback.
Canon.
okay.
But in the portal, in the back, the back end. Yeah, the BFOP
Yeah.
portal. Yeah.
So if you are a BFOPper and you're on your way in or you're
You're
already
gonna be
here,
shopping right now.
No,
He's-
Paul's already looking at the Canon discount.
Tried that lens already.
If you log into the BFOP Australia portal, you can see the discounts there for BFOP participants. That's why there is a special discount because it's a special trade show.
Yeah,
basically.
it's awesome. You can if you're thinking about spending some coin, this is the place to do it.
Yeah.
And you I saw online the Lucky Strap BFOP straps. Are they ones
Yeah.
people have ordered?
Yeah.
Have you brought
Yeah.
any?
Yeah.
Have you brought some that are for sale?
This is last year's.
We've brought some for sale, none with BFOP logos on them, but
Yeah.
we've got
Take
our
a look.
machine and we're gonna attempt to. I wonder if I can pull some of Jim's
They look
photos
good.
up.
Yeah,
on
they're
here.
in drop.
They look
They're in
amazing.
Dropbox.
What folder were they in?
They're in the lucky folder, and it's under BFOP.
Yeah, maybe.
No.
Probably not.
Well, this is
see
the
if I can
first
find
time that I held one of the soft ones. These are so gorgeous.
So that one's a fresh one. That's only had.
Oh, yeah,
one
you
use,
want-
but
you want
this-
one that's had
This
some-
one's had
They feel
a lot.
so nice.
I want one that's had some use.
Yeah, that's wild.
What's it under, Jim? Embossing images.
No, it'll be BFOP.
Just its own folder.
Should-
Befop logo straps.
It was in its own folder.
No, that's not it.
If you just put in the search bar at the top, Befop.
I need to work on my freshie here because I don't use straps. As
We can
such.
soften this for you.
Yeah, but yeah, it's really nice. I'm a minimalist.
But the simples
Oh,
simples
yeah.
dirty for that.
So how can I share that simply? Oh, if I use my new Phoenix Slides app, I really like that app. You want to see it, Greg?
Yeah, show us.
So I bought this Phoenix. I didn't buy it. It's free. It's called Phoenix Slides. You go to Phoenix Slides. This is this. It's a kind of a clunky interface.
Yeah.
But then I just go through and I want to find Dropbox, and then it's in. Where did Jim say it was under?
Befop something.
Befop straps.
Julie,
Hang on. I just
I
gotta.
think one of the first.
It's easier
years
when
I
you
was
know
here
where it
she's
is.
like, what sort of gear would you need to change over to Nikon? And I said, well, this. And she was like, oh, I'll put it in a box. You can take it home. It was like two Z9s. I was like, I could shoot Nikon.
You could shoot.
I could shoot Nikon. Well, so here's a true story. We're talking about gear. In the drive up here on my passenger seat, this is the gear I have in the car. So I have a Sony A7S III if I want to shoot any video with a 24-70.
Yep.
I have a Olympus EM1X, which is their pro dual grip body with a 40-150 for long stuff, and I have the Q3. So those are the three. I have three brands sitting on my passenger seat, and then of course DJI, because they're the greatest camera company in the world. That's a complicated statement. But they sell more sensors than anyone else. That's the reality.
Oh, I can do picture in picture. Check this out. We're going to do a new thing. So all right, I'll bring this up, Greg, first. So this is this Phoenix Slides app. So you can go through your computer, any folder that's got images in it, and then so there's 24 images in this folder, or I could do a group of folders, and then if I just double click this one, it's a slideshow, a nice fast slideshow.
Can the people watching see it?
Not yet, but I'll.
Yeah, cut us off.
Sorry, team.
We're back.
Oh no.
No, I've got my glasses on. But Paul in the chat, are we live?
Yeah, we're still
Yeah, we're
live.
back.
Yeah,
live
we're
now.
still back.
Paul,
Okay.
so Paul, you're saying he's got his 450D.
Is this Paul?
Oh,
So meta, right? It's him.
there we go. Hi, Paul. We should do a 450D night.
All right, so that's now slide showing, but can they see it? Not yet. If we add it to the stage and then put it as, oh no, that won't work.
You're all
I'm
right.
just
Kinda
going to
works.
answer Nick's question. Nick, we've got all of our belts, every single one. So lots of colours, different buckles. We'll get you sorted.
It's hard on one screen. Normally at home I've got all the stuff. Anyway, so
You're doing
here we
well,
are.
Tiger.
So these are the Befop, some of the
they look
Befop
gorgeous.
straps that we made for people.
Amazing.
Obviously we've got a lot of photos here because Jimbo went crazy. But yeah, check it out.
Yeah, that's cool. All the colours.
Everyone will be picking these up tomorrow during the check-in.
Yeah. So we'll be on hand tomorrow from what time? 10?
From 10, but we'll be up there before 10.
They just might not let anyone in before 10.
No.
And any beefoppers, if you're around HQ, I need as many heads as I can get for the world record attempt. So at 11 o'clock on the dot, for 1 hour, I have four Fuji Instax cameras up on the stage, and we're going to attempt to make 180 light painting portraits in 1 hour on Fuji Instax cameras. So yeah, if you come and check in and you're sort of wondering what to do, and it's close to 11, hang about, because I need as many heads as I can. Or I'm going to do 180 light painting portraits of Greg.
We don't need that. Just one. Just one.
Still counts. Still a world record. No. Yeah, how good do these different colours look that everyone shows?
Yeah.
So there's all these different foils.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They look great with the colour stitching too.
Yeah.
When people have opted for a colour and the stitching matches, that's awesome.
So there'll be people rocking around with these. Nice layout, Jim, with the.
Yeah, that was rad.
Whoa.
Whoa, okay.
So that must be basically.
That's everything.
That's kind of
pretty much
Tourette.
everything.
That's a
Yeah,
bit Tourette's
pretty
like.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So yeah. So we'll. Yeah.
I didn't get
Yeah,
creative. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, good amount of wrist straps. That's
Yeah.
good. Good to see.
Greg's favourite, the wrist strap.
It is the wrist strap, yeah. I've got one on my X70 here. That's got the wrist strap on it.
It's got the camera life wrist strap
Slim
too.
30.
Limited
Perfect for the
edition.
Pentax K1000. You talked about the belts, did you, Jim? We've got
Yes.
stock.
Yeah, we got all the stock.
We've got. We brought all the pelts. We brought.
tell us what we brought.
We brought belts. We've got stuff that's not even on the website, like mouse pads, and we've even
Journals?
got leather cable ties.
We do.
Some leather journals that you can write in.
Not
Made in Bendigo.
but lots of cable ties.
Cable ties. We've got.
We got some discontinued like camera straps. So there's some stuff with like coloured stitching
and
and
just
random,
different colours that we just like
and we'll do
played
some
around
cool,
with.
cool
Yeah,
deals on those.
there'll be some cheap deals on odd straps that we've got
Yeah.
that are just left over from testing
We got
or
a cotton strap.
yeah, we got a cotton strap.
Was that the vegan one?
No, it's got leather
It's
ends.
got leather ends. We sold the last vegan one the other day.
Yeah,
What's the demand like for vegan?
low.
Well, we get
Not only low,
like 10 a year maybe.
Yeah.
Emails.
That's nice.
but it's also just the issue is vegan leather is not. It's
not very good.
It's not very good, and it's most of it's petroleum-based plastic products, and they're trying to make stuff out of like banana peels and things like that, but it's just not. It's not there yet in terms of durability and comfort. So we just haven't found a product that we're keen to run with. Testing one at the moment called Biothane.
Oh, that's right,
From the US, which is actually a wonderful product in terms of comfort and durability and leather-like feel. But it is, even though they've called it Biothane, which is very clever, and they've trademarked that name, it is just petroleum-based, like webbing, coated webbing. So it's not bio.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
It's
know what
not
the bio
actually good for the
stands
environment.
for. No,
Yeah.
it's not like they're doing good things. They're just making nice product.
What's
out of-
the where they greenwash? Is that when they overdo the whole environmental thing?
I mean, they don't. Yeah, they don't. They're probably not going to that level. Yeah. It's not like their website's all covered in like rainforests and stuff. They haven't gone that far.
For everything, you plant a tree.
Yeah, we plant a tree. But anyway, and we've got the whole range of Valorat winter gear, which is designed in Norway. So winter photography gloves,
Socks, beanies.
socks, merino socks, merino wool beanies, and neck warmers. And what else do they have?
Like glove liners.
Glove liners. The glove liners are
the
great.
mitts. We got
I use the glove liners all the time.
You gifted me because I work for you, but you gifted me work with you. You gifted me a pair of gloves last year, because last year was a lot chillier, like colder, especially in the mornings than it seems to be.
So far, yeah, because of the cloud cover, maybe it's kind of mild this morning.
It is kind of. But last year, those gloves were such a lifesaver. It was just that first 2 hours of the day in Bright. Just
It's quite warm. I was walking around this morning in a t-shirt at 6 a.m. It was it's going to be a nice weekend. And for anyone that's coming and wondering about the weather, the forecast at the moment is for clear tomorrow. Like just talking about rain, clearish tomorrow. And then a bit of morning rain Saturday, and all that really matters is nice and dry for Saturday night, which is my forest workshop.
Yes. Yeah.
So the weather is looking a lot better than it did a week ago, that's for sure. But it's moody, which is for all those weirdos who go out and take photos of mountains. You are going to get some very, very.
There he is over there.
Yeah, there's one.
Man,
He's getting ready to.
Like it's looking stunning today, cloud-wise. There's texture and shape and dampness and.
Yeah.
Did that sound landscape wanky?
Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah,
Good
nailed it,
depth.
yeah.
No, it's important.
depth, layers.
Oh, beautiful. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's rained overnight, so everything's a little shiny.
It's moist.
You want to get out in the garden, Greg, and see
I
if you
do.
can find some bugs.
Yeah, so yesterday these guys went for a mountain bike ride, and I walked around just in our garden of the Airbnb, which is a beautiful property,
Palatial.
and did some macro photography, which I posted some of those yesterday on my Facebook
Get closer to
account.
the mic.
Sorry, and I'll start the story again. So, but then last night when we were walking up to dinner, and we walked up to the main street. There was so many amazing plants and flowers we passed. So later I'm going to go for another walk with the macro kit.
He kept stopping and looking. He's like, oh, look at those
I'm
flowers
so
in that
focused on
garden.
macro now.
Yeah.
It's like street photography. I don't care what's going on
about
up
that.
there. I'm just looking down.
Paul, lucky dog leads.
So-
Unfortunately, no.
Well, look, Justin says no. Well, I have used one day. I didn't have the dog lead at home, so I made one out of wrist straps and other, and like a slim 30, and just joined it all together, and it worked really well.
Yeah, but
My
that's a
French
very
bulldog
expensive way to get a dog lead.
Wow.
No, but if you go to a pet boutique, like some
Yeah.
premium dog leads are hundreds.
They were the test straps that have we do use for test embossing, so I didn't waste any camera straps there.
No.
Ones that have not going to get sold.
But yeah, we would like to make them, but at the moment we can't keep up with camera straps. I've got a prototype strap on that Canon up there, and we can't even get those into production. Yeah,
It's on the list though.
It's on the list.
That looks. Ooh.
Yeah, it would suit.
Yeah,
it's
you
sort of a
would like
Leica looking thing. It's the ends are a bit ugly, so don't look too close. But basically, it connects straight to the camera, and it doesn't feel. There's no like. It feels like one piece of equipment. I'm very much all about the feel. That's why I've always, no offense to Peak Design, always hated the Peak Design straps as much as they are one of the best straps on the market. And their function while you're not shooting is amazing, but their function while you're shooting is frustrating because there's so many pieces of hardware on the strap. The slide adjuster, there's the connector, and it sits right where your hand is, and all this stuff. And that's we're trying to like eliminate all of those things, but obviously you need to keep some adjustment. You've got to keep some way of quickly disconnecting it from the camera. So it's a push and pull.
Yeah.
But we push more towards the feel while you're shooting, as opposed to the bells and whistles or the adjustability or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think a lot of gear, like the Peak. I've got a bit of Peak stuff, and it's like a lot of stuff. It's a bit of a fashion thing. Like they're kind of cool, and kind of functional, but there's something like just magical about leather, right? Like that's something that until you feel and hold it. Like I've never touched one of these.
It just makes you want to do that with it.
Feels like
Leather is amazing.
Once they're worn in like
it
that.
gets better.
And if you've got a bit of weight, right? Like if you're lugging around, if you're lugging something heavier, like some of the gear we do.
Yeah, like it's just This is my Camera Life one. It's not foil filled, so you can't see the embossing, but it's there. But the leather is amazing, and wearing it, like even the wrist straps. Like some people don't like wearing big chunky things on their wrists, but it's just so comfortable. Like
I had my last trip to India. I had a wrist strap on the entire time. Not so much because of stuff being stolen, but for dropping, and I only had one body with me. And it's you want something that feels amazing.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. Very cool.
I want one with studs, like silver studs. It looks like a dog collar.
Can do it. Do you really want that? Because we can do it. It'll probably scratch your Q3. Yeah, big spikes. Yeah. That's all we need.
Just some piercings.
What else did I want to talk
Well,
about?
we want to talk about, if you had to swap brand.
Yeah, I did want to ask that question. And who do I ask first? And so it's a tough one for you because you
Paul.
shoot with
Let's
every
ask
brand.
Paul.
But I have an answer.
Well, he doesn't have a microphone. No one will be able to hear his
No,
answer.
we can repeat what he says.
That's true.
Well, I have
You can chime in once we
comment,
once
you
we
can write a
unveil this
comment.
question. So who should we?
Just
should
put
I-
it in the chat, Paul.
Well, let's ask Greg first.
Let's
He's
ask
on-
Greg first.
because he seems to be the most sort of locked in.
I am
to
quite
Yeah.
he's locked in.
I am quite fanboyish.
He would
So-
say he would change to Fuji.
The scenario is
I'd go from X to GFX, if anything.
Fujifilm. Let's just paint a hypothetical scenario for everybody so they can understand what the question really is. Let's say Fujifilm just continuously put all of their R&D into the X-Half line. All their money, all their R&D goes into the X-Half 2 and 3, and eventually they just
And
go
still no
bankrupt
Ibis.
because it's the X-Half. And there's no Fujifilm anymore. They're gone. And for some reason, when they're gone, all of your stuff disintegrates. So you don't even have your cameras. What brand do you move to? And do you know what gear you would buy first?
If I was to move to a brand, I reckon I would go to Leica.
Oh, that I actually wasn't expecting that.
I would probably go to a Q3 and keep it really simple.
That's the South Yarra coming in. isn't it?
Interesting.
But bling it up a bit like Den's done with his.
Yeah, put the brass thing on the
It's got a
back.
brass thumb rest. It's
Okay.
No red button though.
handle.
You haven't got the red button on the top.
because I'd break it off. I abuse this thing like I roll, bowl, and asshole it.
What did he do?
Roll, bowl, and asshole.
What does that mean?
What is that? Is that a
I mean,
South
thresh
Australian?
it. Like I thresh it. Okay. Yeah. Like yeah. Well,
What
that's
is that?
maybe that's a Kiwiism.
Maybe it is a Kiwiism or a South Australianism. Paul did ask good questions and gave us his answer in the chat.
Which one? Oh, so yeah, but that's so you're saying Paul says too invested in too many Canon lenses, but would love an X100 6 or similar as a second body. Yeah, but what if Canon disappeared off the face of the earth
Your camera
and
turned to dust.
your camera just evaporated, and you're like, all right, I got to start again from scratch.
His lenses are so small.
The Fuji lenses. Yeah, but you haven't tried the autofocus yet. There's,
amazing.
there's pros and
that's-
cons to
There's
everything.
one other lens. It's the same size, but that's
Yeah.
my whole lens kit. And
Yeah.
I use that one sometimes, but
You can put those three together and they're still shorter than this.
Yeah.
you can't stack them to get more focal distance.
Wow. So great. So you would start
Yeah.
by going straight to a Leica, but you would just start with a Q3 and just be like, that's it. That's all
Yeah,
I'm going to
well-
shoot with for a while.
Think about it. A Q3 is often Q3 and the X100's Mark 6, let's say, are the latest one, which is 40 megapixel. It has IBIS. It's 8-stop stabilization, all that sort of stuff. It's a simple kit like a Fujifilm.
Yeah.
In that, or even like my X70. Like my X70 is a fixed lens 18 mil, so it's a 27 mil equivalent. I just think there's something really compelling about compact, versatile cameras with a fixed lens that you can do amazing things with. I mean, you know that. You went to America with it for 3
Yeah.
months, so
Yeah.
it's no stranger to you. In terms of an interchangeable lens camera, then I'd probably look at.
Thanks.
Yeah, I don't know what I'd go with if I want an interchangeable lens.
Yeah. I mean, what is there that's comparable to Fujifilm that would give you?
I'd probably have to go to OM.
Yeah.
I'd have to keep it small, so I wouldn't go for full frame.
So you go OM3 maybe.
That OM3 looked nice.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
did. Yeah,
Yeah, it was nice.
I spent 2 weeks with that
yeah.
just recently. Yeah.
Yeah. You like it?
Yes, I did. It's an intentional camera, so the form factor of it is a bit complicated because it's not got a grip. But you can do this, you can buy grips, but it's lovely. I mean, it's got all the internal magic.
Yeah, yeah. So there are some options, but I certainly wouldn't see that as an opportunity to go back to full frame.
OM would be good for your macro stuff.
Yeah,
Magic.
Yeah, really good for that. Good for nighttime shooting too. So for night street walks.
Yep.
And there's Leica have their own special unicorn magic of color science. So that's where I'd start with the Q3 or whatever the equivalent is. What are the two lens options? It's a 40.
43 and a 28.
Yeah, I'd go the 28.
You'd have to go
28,
to 28. Yeah.
28 to start.
Yeah. And look, I'd even consider like just going with a monochrome.
Cool.
Like really limiting myself to my options. So
It's not
fixed
even,
lens.
I mean, it's not even out yet, but yeah.
well, rumored to come, and it's going to happen. They're not silly; they'll make it.
No,
eventually.
it's coming.
But yeah, like that. It's like limitation is the birthplace of creativity.
What about that Sony RX1 R3 thing?
Yeah, I don't know if I want to get into the Sony ecosystem. To be honest,
It's just like, no
No comment.
I don't know about
you
that.
just puckered up. I've never seen you pucker, but by God, that's it. Oh, he wants to say something. Just ate a lemon.
This is an interesting comment here. So from the drunk wedding photographer, so he's shooting analog he's in
Amazing.
California shooting analog weddings and stuff. So he's like, if I were to go digital, which is I just think that's a funny comment. If I were to go digital,
That's funny.
Yeah.
I'd go Canon because they have a $200 50mm 1.8. That's $200 US dollars. That's why it's so.
But that 50, that 50,
The nifty 50.
I've made some of the most special images of my entire life.
Yeah, that was one of the
lens
first lenses I bought for my Canon.
Yeah, it's incredible.
I've got the RF one in that case.
What is the RF one?
No, the RF version of the 50 1.8, and I've had the old EF version as well. Like and there's lots of issues with them when you like
Sure.
compare them
When
to
you
a
actual
$4,000 50mm, but they're great lenses.
So, drunk wedding photographer, tomorrow, this thing I'm doing with the Instax is the first time I've ever made light painting with an analog system.
Is it really?
I've never put film in a camera.
Really?
True story.
And you're sure it's going to come out all right tomorrow?
I did 2 tests.
Okay.
Like literally 2 images. Yeah. So I have no idea that it's BFOP. So you don't test or plan or anything. You just sort of dive in.
You work with it.
Yeah.
I haven't answered your question about changing systems.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because I had this conversation with Nick last night.
Hey, see you,
Oh,
Paul.
mate.
Have
See you,
fun
Paul.
on the
Have
bus
fun.
trip. Tell everyone we said what's up.
Be safe, mate. Have a good one.
So my landscape has changed quite a bit where my commercial video and photography business closed a week ago, right? So I tested the GFX system to change over to it commercially, but it was problematic because I don't own a supercomputer and a 900 terabyte system, right? But I would be torn between going GFX or Blad, right? So I've used Hasselblad before, and the X1 2D is a remarkable camera.
Have you had hands on the Mark II version?
No,
yet?
not the Mark II. No, but I have the previous one, and I have used that system. And I think again, price point. If you compare that Hasselblad with the comparable Fuji, Nikon, all of them, it's very similar, right? But the reason, so if I was forced, I would absolutely go X1 2D, without a doubt. It would be a no-brainer, and that's not a wank. It's like I've held it in my hand. And when you press the button to do an exposure, there are giant numbers on the back that count the exposure. And for me, that does long exposure all the time, as ridiculous as that sounds, but the glass looks wild. Yeah. The image quality, because it's Fuji, is incredible. And because they are DJI, you just know that it is going to keep developing as a system. They will own that market outside of Fuji. Yeah. So for me, it's X.
Nice.
It's a great answer. It's very expensive, but
it's not.
I mean, I guess for someone that's had
commercial photography,
who's tried all of the brands as well.
But if you're going to be at that, like price upper, I do this all the time. If you go into you fill a checkout, like what do they call it? A basket at the bottom of the Fuji site and the bottom of the Hasselblad site and the bottom of the Leica site. Yeah. But you are at that end of the gear. Yeah. So if you put the most expensive GFX in and a lens system, and of course with the GFX you need 936 batteries. So that starts adding up, right?
And terabytes of storage space.
And terabytes. But it's the same with the
same with it.
But pretty quickly, for me, I end up at somewhere between $35,000 and $45,000. That's for my professional kit. Because I have 3 Sony A7s and associated lenses and stuff, right? 3 full systems at all times, and they get thrashed. Yeah. So if you're at that end, the Blad kind of works. Yeah. And they've sorted out the autofocus.
Yeah, apparently that's massively improved.
Huge, because I shot with the X1 thing, the first one.
And you're not shooting any sports or anything like that, so you don't need like long lenses. You don't need lightning fast sports autofocus. So the drunk wedding photographer says you should do it live tomorrow. Is there any way we can live stream it?
Look, I like this idea a lot. We're definitely shooting it. But there are cameras. I'll have a chat. I would love to do that, mate. Yeah. It would be remarkable. We're shooting lots and lots of behind the scenes. But no, we should see if we can do that.
Did you say you're going to be mic'd up?
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, so we would need is a camera taking a feed from your mic and then just into something and a stable enough internet connection. It's possible.
Could Starlink the fan?
Yeah. Well, try and set Starlink up there. It didn't work here.
But it might work.
Stupid Elon. With a better view to south.
But it's going to be it's going to be hilarious, because the idea is that I've figured out that I can do one portrait every 20 to 30 seconds. And so that's why I ended up with 4 of these cameras all on a rig next to each other, so that the person operating them can go they got to hold the shutter down with it. I went to the camera store and bought, so back in the old days they used to have these plungers, and I 3D printed a rig that goes through and hits the button. So they hold it, I go, yep, they go down, it goes, but they're already on the next camera while I've got the next person in. And so we're going to try and do 180. So each one I've got to scan by hand. So I pass a light over the person by hand, then pick up a light painting tool and make shapes around them. Get your ass out of here, next person. And there is about a 13.6% chance I'll last an hour. Maybe 14%, but it's going to be utter chaos.
Yeah, I think you can do it.
So is it like how long's the exposure? Roughly
10 seconds.
10 seconds, yeah. And if you allowed, is that 20? Have I done the math?
So 20 seconds.
20 seconds per.
Yeah. So that gives me 10 seconds to get them out of the seat, the next person in.
So people got to be fast.
It's got to be super
Yeah,
fast.
that's why I moved.
I know, but it's we
And
sort of
then,
need it.
and then as the print comes out, the person holds I've got a sticker that goes on the back with a QR code that leads to a website that talks about the thing.
And that's where they have to pay for the the QR code goes to a shopping cart, and then it's $400 to keep the print. You're
like it.
180 an hour. I'm going to be rich, and I'll buy a Hasselblad.
I love it. But this is a genius idea.
Genius.
And then
Fun
they walk off
Dennis's
the stage,
Blad.
and it takes 90 seconds for it to develop. So they're going to hopefully be standing off the side of the stage. Someone will be taking a photo or a video of them, and then that's it. It's one of one. Like that's the idea. Is yes, you can take a photo of it, but I've always loved this idea of making an image, making a light painting portrait of someone that they have it in their hand. And it's theirs to do with as they please. And they can look back at it and know that there will never be another version of that.
That's really cool.
And that they were part of something bigger than just the one image.
Yeah.
That's it,
You know,
right?
they were
And-
part of an experience for everyone there. They were part of an opportunity for you to push yourself to the limits and try something completely new.
Push to the limit.
But in the Top Gun
Well,
music.
it's a one like it's a one of one piece, but it's part of 180.
Click, click. Swoosh, swoosh.
Yeah, it's part of 100 and
Yes.
part of 180 pieces as well, which is a much
collection.
bigger.
Yeah. No, it's pretty special.
it's very cool.
I designed an exhibition once where I was going to teach myself how to shoot film, but on a large format film camera. So 10 by 8 or whatever they are. And that was going to be how I learned film photography. And I was going to shoot a series of light painting images and then at the exhibition do a ceremonial burning of the negatives so that literally it could never be
done again.
reproduced. But they were going to be 2 metre by 1 metre prints, which is the largest analog print you can make in Australia. Yeah, but then my daughter, who has a master's degree in fine art, said, "Dad, you're a wanker."
Was that her official professional opinion?
It was, yes. So we
Did she
changed
charge
to
you for
a
that
different-
advice?
Yeah,
in a roundabout way.
in a roundabout way.
Good morning, Bruce. What's up?
Bruce.
Are you in Bright yet?
Oh, Bruce, hey.
When do you get here? Lisa Leach, good morning. Finishing my packing, then on my way, only a 2-hour drive from home. Excited for this, Dennis. Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Hey, Bruce, these guys actually exist they're not AI creations. It's really weird.
We're here. Bruce, if you're free tomorrow morning, we'd love to have you on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depends on how busy you are. But we'll probably do one tomorrow, even earlier, maybe like
Be a quick one.
7:30 to 8:30 or
Jim's
something
cooking
like
breakfast
that.
tomorrow morning, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
anytime.
More like maybe 7:45 to 8:45 at the late, 8 till 9 at the latest. We'll see. Well,
That'd
depends
be
what
great.
time we need to be up at the thing.
Hey?
Have Uber Eats up here.
I don't know.
Don't know.
I don't think so.
Probably got some kid on a BMX.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like a school kid that's been skiving. Normally, they're all up in the hall going hardcore, and I said, "Don't set up the stage lights. That's my job." And I'm down here swanning with you guys. I feel it's quite nice.
This is important work, Dennis.
Oh, this is work, yes.
Here we go. Bruce says, "I'm free unless Dennis needs me." Dennis, can we have Bruce tomorrow morning for like an hour?
Check the next comment.
Yeah, let's be honest. He needs me all the time.
Yes, well, yes. I mean, you can't have enough Bruce in your life.
You've got to have a keeper.
We'll wait and see.
Well, he's my main man on the Instax.
Okay,
Yeah, he
so-
was the first person to put his hand up. So he's going to be like the ring leader.
What time do you need? What time do you need people up there to help with that?
10:30. So 10:30
Oh, yeah.
from 10:30 till 11 we're setting up, and then
Oh, I thought it started at 10.
no, it starts at 11.
Oh, sweet.
11 p.m. 11 a.m.
11
11 a.m.
11 a.m.
for 1 hour, and then the festival opening starts at midday.
Cool.
So for one
No.
So then it,
Yeah, because check-in's from 10.
Check-ins from 10.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Yeah.
It's just checking
Right,
in.
just
Yeah.
checking in.
But then-
Okay. Okay.
get there at 10:30 to prep for
Yeah.
11.
But we'll be there with bells on from 10
10.
for anyone that wants to pick up their BFOP straps or
Yeah.
from anyone that wants to buy their own strap or check out some of the other stuff. We'll be there from 10.
And we've also got merch, haven't we? We've got hoodies and tees.
Yeah, we got
They
hoodies.
mentioned earlier.
Nice warm hoodies, t-shirt. Do you need it? Do you need anything? Do you need a
He
hoodie
needs
or
a
something?
t-shirt at
Tee.
least.
I mean, I love it. It's
Yeah, we
got
got
a black one.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
black.
Hell yeah.
We got black on black or black
Yeah,
on gold.
we got a real warm.
Oh, that's the one I need because it can't be white because it'll show up in light painting. Although we
Well,
could
We do have a
light-
black on
No,
black.
I've got a black on black.
That's
Actually,
black,
I've got a
black,
black on black T-shirt you could have
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Like it's.
Yes.
That's perfect.
Hang on, is it like this one
Well, I would wear it. I'd change into it right now.
on live on the air?
Oh my, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's go.
Hang on. Well, I don't have, then I won't have one on.
Oh no. Oh, I'm not putting
I'll put yours on. No, they're in the van. We'll get you on later.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay. What else were we talking about? What was Jim going to switch from Nikon? If
My answer's not very interesting, I don't think.
No, go on.
I would
Let's hear
just
it.
switch to Canon.
Why? Tell us.
tell us into the microphone. No, don't put it there. We can't see it. We've really set this up poorly. We'll figure that out for tomorrow.
We set it up as a 3 and changed it to a 4 as the last
Yeah,
week.
we were
So
going to be a
that's
thruple, and now we're a quadruple.
Why? Because you shoot Canon and then I could steal all your lenses.
Yeah.
There is that
And
versatility. Yeah.
I think that for the work I do, I think like Canon, Nikon, that would be it would be a semi-seamless change to a system that like I've shot with a little bit with yours.
Yes, you have shot with
You know,
mine for a
not a
weekend
lot.
before,
Yeah,
but
but-
yeah, you've.
But a lot
So-
of the language in the menus is
Yeah.
very similar. I think you would navigate it. But what if? So one of your first selling point was that because I could just borrow Justin's lenses. But what if Canon goes down at the same time and Justin doesn't have lenses to share? What's wrong?
What are you?
Our exposure's getting hot. Sun just come out.
Oh, look at the blue sky over the mountain.
We're so
Jesus.
bright now.
Yeah. What
So
if
bright
it wasn't
and bright.
Canon? I know I'm changing the rules mid-flight,
Yeah,
but
I didn't think that far ahead.
Right. Okay. So if it was
I don't
Canon,
have it. I don't really.
let's go a different direction. If it was Canon, you're not that familiar with Canon system.
No,
but
not
if it
at
was
all.
Canon, what stuff would you want? What would your ideal little Canon kit be if you were just starting again
It'd
from
be like
scratch?
trying to build what I have currently. but out of
Yeah.
Canon stuff.
So a wide angle zoom, a telephoto zoom, and a range of primes that light you up for wedding photography. So a great 50 mil, which they've got two options now. The 51.2 is the same as what you've got essentially, and then they've got a 51.4, which is lighter and
maybe
almost
the
as good.
28 to 70. A lot of people say it's.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd think it's too heavy.
is there an 85 in the RF?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
85 1.2. Yep. So
That's a cracker of a
okay,
distance.
so you would just go basically same but different. You'd switch
Yeah.
from Holden to Ford.
Yeah.
You're like, yep. Used to drive a Commodore, now drive Falcon.
Yeah.
Same
And
but
it's-
different.
You don't want a Japanese skyline?
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to try the Bentley. You don't want to try the Bentley. You don't want to try the test drive the Bentley. No, just the XR6.
Yeah.
All right, let me ask you this: if you could borrow, a camera and lens for a day that wasn't Nikon or Canon, what would you
that's
just to have a muck around with?
I don't know.
Jim,
We have to get some cameras in
even
your
a
hands this
photographer?
weekend.
Yeah.
What do you worry about? You're more
do you know-
about
do you know what I
the
worry
content
about?
of the photo,
Do you know
the
what I worry
composition,
about?
the
I worry
lighting.
about what I have, not what I don't look
Yeah.
up what
No,
I
that's
don't
fair.
have
I
and
get it.
research stuff I don't need.
This is very zen.
You're,
I
you're
like
the
those.
complete opposite of Justin.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're off the podcast.
How many tabs have you got open with camera cart baskets?
What's going on with
Camera
my audio?
baskets on websites?
What about it?
How many tabs have you got open with pre-purchase of camera gear?
None, because I'm not buying
Because he
anything at
buys
the
it
moment.
when he wants it.
But that's a good segue into what would I do.
Yes.
Okay. First of all, Bruce Moore says Jim will get confused having to use the zoom in the correct
Yeah,
direction.
I have.
Oh,
And that's
yeah.
got me a lot.
It does.
That's like northern hemisphere versus southern
It's like when
hemisphere
the
flushing the
indicators
toilet.
on the left, not on the right.
Yeah,
And you
coming
put the
from-
wipers on and
I'm someone who switched from Canon to Nikon and then back to Canon again. It is freaking annoying that they just make in the same direction, guys. Just get in the room, hash it out, pick one, and everyone let's do that.
Yeah.
It's annoying. And David Mascaro, sorry, yes, you are 75 minutes late, I guess, because of our daylight savings time change and the fact that we started half an hour earlier than normal. Well, 20 minutes earlier than normal.
Oh, Dave's in San Fran.
San Fran, yeah.
Dude,
in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
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 Right, this is my face.
Yeah, so sorry about that, David. But it's going to we're going to be going live multiple times over the weekend, and it's going to be all over the place. There'll be not much scheduling, and
You can watch it later.
that's right.
Yep.
What would I switch to? Okay, so obviously the choice, like Jim said, the obvious choice would be Nikon, but I find the Z8s chunkier than what I would like. They're big. They're a big body.
They're a big camera.
They're a
got
much
big
bigger
hands.
camera than my Svelte R5 Mark II, which fits in smaller bags.
Yeah, it's massive.
So the Z8 would be obviously an obvious choice. I also, hopefully no one from Nikon's listening to this, especially if they want to sponsor the show. I don't love the lens roadmap, like their lens design philosophy. Like these big, massive lenses aren't what I'm keen on. I'm really enjoying, and Canon did the same-ish thing.
But their map's been long, like they're years ahead.
They're a little bit ahead.
Yeah.
So that's what brings me to, hopefully Dennis doesn't look at me weird, Sony.
Mate, that is not. Okay, so full disclosure. So I've shot commercially it has been Olympus and Sony. And mate, it's outrageous what I have done to my cameras, and they still operate. I will go to war with anyone on what the most robust, bulletproof, rock solid camera systems are, and my Sonys are wild.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why I would heavily consider Sony as my full frame option to switch from Canon, which I'll get to that next part in a second. So it would be, it's very easy for me to just get an A9 Mark II and be like, done. Like that camera body does everything. I know it'll focus well. It's high megapixel, but it's also good enough in low light. It's good to go. Do everything. And it's small, which is great. So you could take that one body and travel with it. Sweet. They're making their lenses even smaller and lighter. Their new 24-70 2.8 Mark II, the G Master lens, epic lens, but it's 695 grams. Canon's is 950. Nikon's has come down in weight, but it's still really long. It's massive. So I think everyone's heading in that direction of lightening off their lenses, but Sony are a little bit ahead of the game. So like you grab that 24-70, their new 28-70 copy of the Canon lens, which was not groundbreaking because Canon did it first. But it is 300 or 400 grams lighter than Canon's one and performs great. So it's like there are some really good options. And then there's the fact that Sony's got all the third-party lens options as well.
That's crazy.
That Canon doesn't have.
The Sigma glass is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, Canon, this is only if all of my stuff went up in smoke.
Well, this would be on Canon, really, if they ran their business into the ground.
Yeah.
That's right. It's
And
not
then
my
their
fault you
cameras
ran
turn
your
to
business
dust.
into the ground.
Yeah. And everything
I would have to have a heavy look at Sony for sports, hybrid photo video, do everything system that I know I can just take. You could probably start, and that's how I started with Canon. Like I've got a lot of Canon stuff now because I got tempted. But I think I bought 3 lenses to start with, and you could definitely buy one Sony Pro body, A9 Mark II, a backup body of some sort, an A7, whatever. Any of them will do the job, and 3 lenses and do tons of commercial work with it. Any work. You could pick 3 lenses, like 1 zoom, 2 primes, or 2 zooms, 1 prime, or whatever, and you'd be going to town, making money, making photos, making art, making money.
Big time.
Now, if I wanted to make art, maybe.
You're going to say it, aren't you? I might cry.
I am.
Maybe I'd have to have a close look at Leica. No, I'm kidding.
You've already got Leica though. That has to be off the table.
He just can't say the words.
There's
So Fujifilm.
that XE5 for the stuff that I like to do with travel. This book, damn these photographers.
This is the new one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
brand new.
This book that I haven't even had time to fully digest yet, but these images from Michael Coyne are like images I would love to be able to make. And he's rocking around with an X Pro. Was it a 2 or a 3?
I think he's got both, but
Yeah.
the latest one is a 3.
And like these are the sorts of images I would love to make.
And he uses this lens, which is the 16mm f2.8. He likes getting in close and wide.
Have you
and he
seen
has that
any
on
of
an X Pro.
his work? It's so good. So he documented villages as they disappear around the world.
Amazing.
And it's
Very cool.
It's just
So we interviewed him. Was it 2 weeks now? 3 weeks ago? Yeah. Anyone that hasn't seen that, that's probably one of the best interviews we've done. No offense to anyone else we've interviewed. including people in the room. But, you know, he just has experienced so much as a photographer.
Is this the older guy?
Yeah, Michael, yeah.
I started watching it and it, I need to finish, but it's what a guy. Sorry, very Sebastião Salgado, who recently passed away.
What's that?
Sebastião Salgado.
Ah, yes, I saw. Yeah,
I've got
that kind of work.
all his photo books.
Yeah.
Very, but of course, this is
Yeah, so from that perspective, the idea of a travel camera, that's what I thought the Leica Q3 was going to be for me, and I did travel with it, but I
say it.
He hasn't said the word yet.
I'm curious.
He hasn't.
I don't trust the autofocus.
Oh, it doesn't autofocus. The autofocus is complete shit.
It's so funny because everyone's
right.
like, it's so much better than the Q2. It's a
Mate,
game changer.
What the hell were
And
they doing on the Q2? This is it's shit.
It's not great. Whereas I can put a little prime lens on my R5 Mark II and I know exactly where it's going to autofocus every time.
Yeah, I have no fear in saying that there are. And when I was in India with it last year, I tried really hard to learn how to use it. The focusing, like what do you call it with the numbers and stuff?
Like zone focus.
Yeah, all of that. I tried to learn that.
Oh, yeah.
Hyperfocal focusing.
Yeah.
Nah.
It's annoying. I don't understand. I watch these street photographers on YouTube and they're like, oh, yeah, you just set it to this, set it to that, and then just boom, boom, bang, 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 boom. And I'm like,
whatever. If you're like
all mine were blurry.
Yeah, if you're like F9000.
You basically have to stop it fully down. It has to be lights everywhere so that you can actually get an exposure. And then, I don't know. I don't get it. They say it's easy.
Bullshit. It's the reality is there are two flaws with this camera as a system, right? One of them I don't talk about and can't for legal reasons, and the other is it's the focusing, and like it's okay if there's like one person in the right environment or whatever. You two here, like it's just comical how bad the autofocusing is. If you, and big caveat, I shoot Sony A7, which is wildly, astonishingly good autofocus. So it's what
that's
you're
the
used
issue.
to, right?
That's the
The other
issue.
end of the scale.
That's it.
Whereas people that were coming from the Q2 to the Q3 and that's all they shoot with,
might
they were
be-
like, yeah, this is so much better.
Yeah. Well, it's Panasonic autofocusing system apparently, but it's it's pretty. Look, it you can work around it and you get the hang of it, but it's it's amazing.
Still haven't heard you say it.
So I would consider Fujifilm.
Just consider.
I would consider Fujifilm for a travel kit. I would really have to do some solid testing to see if I could actually do
There you go. You can test them this weekend.
work with it. So it's like,
another
what
one.
is the XE5 fast enough autofocus? Is it robust enough to do work with it, or would I have to have either a whole nother system, or do those XH2Ss and stuff, are they pro enough for what I would want to do? And this isn't to say I know there's tons of photographers that do better work than I do with these systems. I'm not saying the camera isn't capable of it. I'm saying the way I work with the camera, knowing how I can work with the Canon, or I know how Nikon would. Like I know if I picked up a Z8, I'll be able to get to do what I need to do straight away.
Make it work today.
Yeah, and I assume Sony is the same based on all reports.
But it depends what you're using it for. If you said for art,
Yeah, but then I'm like, so does that mean, what if I want to shoot mountain biking as well?
then you'd go you'd probably go XT5 or an XH2S.
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
And is that good enough, or would I feel like it was lacking? So that's where I'm not sure. And then
what
obviously,
you need to do, there's this great podcast. It's called the Camera Life Podcast. If you go to the first 40 episodes when I joined, they're all Fuji people. You'll learn a lot.
I've heard them all.
So,
speaking
Justin, if you go to fujifilm.com and use code Greg,
do you
don't
get a
get a discount, but Greg just gets 20%.
Bruce Moore takes offense that someone so awesome is a better interview. Yeah, look, it's.
Sorry, Bruce. You're okay.
You're great, Bruce. You're great.
don't
Like,
hear
we
him.
shouldn't have said
Don't
that
pump
he
him
was
up.
the best interview. He was, we've got like a what would you call it?
Plethora.
Smorgasbord.
Like a pyramid. What's like a podium of amazing guests, and
Podium.
you're on it, and you're on it.
Oh my lord.
And it's a big podium. Most of our guests are on it. No,
all of the guests.
no.
Look, I was talking to someone this morning, and not wanting to blow smoke up your ass, but
You can if you want.
I was having a conversation with someone this morning, and we were talking through the list of people that have been on this podcast, and it is wild. Like it is, anyone coming into the universe of the Camera Life podcast, you could spend a lot of time going back and watching some wild stuff. So I have a comment about this camera. So this is new.
Yep.
It wouldn't be any good for me because it's not a video camera.
Not really. I mean, it shoots, but
It,
it
does
doesn't-
do video, doesn't it?
Yeah, but if the screen only does that, it is not a video camera.
you need to flip
Oh,
it.
it won't flip
It
around.
has to go around the other way. And
Well, that's what the
also-
XM5 is for.
It's also not a landscape camera because it's
You can't.
So that's one thing with the Sonys. I want that Sony tilty flippy screen. Does yours do that too, Jim?
Which one?
The full tilty flippy in all directions?
No, mine only goes.
But see, that's halfway there. Like
So you can
Does
do,
it-
so you
does
can
it-
do vertical.
Yeah,
or-
that's what the
but it also
XT5
does
has.
that way too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but can it point back towards you?
No.
No.
No, so that's
Yeah, it's a.
as much as you can get.
Right.
I had to spend $800. But my Sony A7R4, which is not an old camera, I had to buy a $700 monitor because the screen doesn't flip. As soon as you put it into landscape, you're on your hands and knees. I play some comfortable being, but yeah, you can't. It doesn't work properly.
Bruce just suggested a beef up drinking game. Drink every time Dennis says wild.
Is that true?
What else?
That would be a wild drinking game, Bruce.
Wild.
Are we starting
else
this
could-
tomorrow morning?
What else could be on the list apart from great? Yeah, so the issue is we're only doing morning
Morning
podcasts. So I don't know if I
okay,
can start
where's the
drinking
problem?
that early.
Yeah, I'm not 18 anymore. Not allowed to drink. But
Should have brought a bottle of Fireball.
Damn it, I'm never gonna. I'm gonna see if I can go the rest of the day without saying wild. That would be wild.
I bet you can't go the rest of this podcast without saying
All right,
it.
done.
And we're almost finished.
Lock it in.
Okay. What else could be on the list? Yeah. So Greg's saying Fuji. Me having a technical issue with the podcast's equipment.
what about Jim? What would be Jim's tell? It's hard to pick. Fairly non-offensive, isn't he?
Every time he wears a flanny, we have to drink.
Or you have to get him to point the mic in the right direction.
Yeah,
that's true.
Get
Well, hang on.
ready.
It was perfect the whole show, but it was in front of my face.
Yeah,
and it
that's
wasn't
the
until I
problem.
brought it
That's
up on here and I'm like, well, this looks ridiculous,
No,
doesn't
we'll,
it?
we'll fix that for tomorrow's show. We'll come
So
up
I
with
was
a better
trying
plan.
to
Well, I'm
improve
pretty
the
sure
podcast.
Craig has brought up a couple of tabletop stands for us. They're
Something
going
just
to
put 'em
be
here.
awesome. We just sit
Amazing.
them straight on the table.
Yeah.
2 of those will get us out of trouble, I think.
Get some cheap viewers, Justin.
Yeah, wearing a yeah on streamboo.com. It always comes up because we stream to Twitch as well, and I don't know if anyone ever watches on Twitch, but we do. We stream to
Someone-
X too.
AAI Faz does.
Huh?
That person does.
Oh,
They commented.
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Fazda.
Anything else we need to talk? Hang on. What, so I said I would switch to that, and then obviously I'd be tempted by GFX. So I really want to play with GFX this week. So this weekend, in a nutshell, I'm going to play with the SL Leica system, the M system. Hopefully an M11 would be great. I mean, I'd like to play with the XE5, but you've got one, so I'll do that at some stage.
Yeah.
And I would also like to play with the GFX system of some sort.
Yeah.
Probably just a big GFX with a prime lens on it or something.
Yeah.
It's wild. I had the 55.
You just said it. Yeah.
Have a drink. What have we got? We got any beer?
That was 90 seconds.
Yeah, I took the GFX with a 55mm prime. It was.
yeah, that one.
Yeah, it was
That
nuts.
one.
Yeah, I made some.
Wonderful?
Wonderful.
This is great.
I'll have to buy Bruce a coffee later.
Yeah. You lost.
Anything else?
So what are we doing today? It's Thursday.
We're going to go set
Thursday.
up at the hall.
Yeah,
So
we're
go
going to go
set
set
up.
up.
There's a lot of setting up.
Yeah.
Early morning, we take all the TVs and like set up each of the workshop locations. That's normally my Friday morning job. There are lots of setting up, the festoon lights. Yeah, lots of just getting ready for a massive amount of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot involved.
Thank you guys. I thank you for all that you do. It's really nice to be able to say this in person to you. You've created
see
I regularly talk about this with people around this. Is you've created a community. It is, you know, like when I am there and can get on that chat while we're there, there's just this energy like of people there that is so beautiful. And like I said before, historically, there is just this remarkably fun, high energy, onto it list of people to go and talk to, and it's wonderful. So thank you,
Oh, thanks,
all
man. It means
for
the
what you
world.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks,
it's really
Dennis.
special, and
Thanks
it's
for being
nice to
such
be able
a-
to do it in 3D.
Such a
Yeah,
supporter.
it's
It's
great.
really
This
nice.
is fun.
This is fun. I like it.
Yeah, it's beautiful, and I feel very lucky to be part of that community. It's
wild.
Great. Yeah, it's all.
Who said that?
I like it. I like it.
But you know, one day
Yeah,
we'll
it's
build
great.
an in
Imagine.
studio,
Imagine.
Yeah.
and then we can just do this.
But can we do it in
Everything.
Bright? So we just make it like a. No, we couldn't do that every week, could we?
We could move the
That'd be
Lucky Factory.
expensive.
And anyone that's watching that's coming to the festival, do not balk to come and say hi.
Yeah.
I think there's this sort of, sometimes, I see it, like I physically see it. Sometimes you see people kind of balking to come and interact for whatever reason. Myself and all of the other presenters, like, I promise you only turn up here as a presenter if you are approachable, connected,
Yeah.
nice, kind, giving. And unfortunately only get to do workshops for 80 people, and the other people don't get to come. I will sit and talk about anything with anyone at any time, and I promise you it will be wild.
And we talked about there it is. We talked about this on Monday night
Put that on a
about
shirt.
the community and the energy of BFOP. That if you've got a question, just tap the person on the shoulder next to you, sitting in the hall, waiting for the shenanigans to start, and say, "Hey, what's this about?" I'm a bit overwhelmed. So just lean into it. It's going to be fine. I've got you. Like, people are there to hurt.
so many
there to help.
layers of. So there's obviously the instructors. They're all here to help, and they're all wizards. So find an instructor. But there's also all of the camera brands. All the people at the camera brands are obviously experts in their brand.
Yep.
So if you've got a camera question, go and talk to them. But they're also probably great photographers as well. And then there's the camera house people, and then there's us, and then there's all of the other people at BFOP that can probably help as well. Like, just talk to anyone, literally anyone.
And if they don't know the answer, they'll help you find
exactly.
someone.
Yeah. If you can't find an instructor, don't stress. Like, there's probably someone within a 10-meter space of you that can help with whatever it is you're trying to figure out. So,
Well, and there's straps. There's everyone wears a
Yeah,
band,
yeah,
and it's
coloured
your
bands.
level of onto itness.
yeah, self-reported. I got one of those green ones for you, Jim. That's the beginner one.
All right, I'm starting to feel anxious now that there is setting up going up in the hall, and I'm not part
Okay,
of it.
we better
Let's
get
go.
All right.
We need to set up.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Yeah,
All right,
we
let's go.
got
We're
to
gonna
go
go
do that. So,
to
we do.
Lisa Leach, TCL, the Camera Life family, a sense of belonging. That's
beautiful.
that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
Bruce Moore said here, and wearing a flanny. Okay, we'll play out our really funny intro song that I'm actually getting quite partial to.
This has been the Camera Life, episode 123, live from Bright in Victoria.
Come say hi, BFOP.
It's so wild.
We'll see you guys soon.
Chasing light, shadows dance, day to night, lens sharp, soul in sight. The camera whispers, hold it tight.
See you soon, Bruce.
Click,
Brucey.
breathe.